Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am going to be setting up my planner for what should have been July 2019, but now, being that it's like the end of July, it will start in August 2019. I didn't make this video earlier because I was constantly trying to get it perfect or figure out what I wanted to do, and it ended up just being harder than it needed to be. So I figured I'm just gonna go for it and I'll tweak it as I go. This whole concept of having your planner perfect is kind of ridiculous. Your planner system can evolve and it doesn't have to be perfect to begin with. And that whole old saying of, what perfection is the enemy of progress, I would say that fit the bill pretty well in this situation. I wasn't using my planner. I mean, I put some appointments in it, but then never looked at my planner because I hadn't finished setting it up. And then I missed my son's doctor's appointment and it cost me $50 of a canceled appointment fee or missed appointment fee. So not having my planner has literally cost me money. So I will not be doing that anymore. I'm going to just set it up as best I can, which I kind of think I figured out for the most part. And then I will adjust throughout the year as I need to. Okay, so if you watched my planner lineup video, and these are all my classics, obviously, but I could not decide between, either using, I'm going to move all this other junk out of the way, between using the new horizontal that came out that started in July, or to just stick with the horizontals that come from the Modern Chic. I really like the Modern Chic. I mean, I love them both, to be honest with you, but I was happy and content with the Modern Chic. The only reason I absolutely had to have this one was it was beautiful and horizontal. And if any of you are horizontal planners, you know that our choices are pretty limited. In every release there's like one or two maybe, and a lot of times I don't like them. So I definitely picked it up just in case the ones that come out for January were not nice or didn't appeal to me in the horizontal layout. So I'm going to stick to my initial thought before I even bought this one, is that I'm going to stick with Modern Chic and then move to this one in January, as sad as that makes me, because it is beautiful and I want to see this on a daily basis. I live in Florida, I'm from Central America, so the beach thing is definitely, my comfort zone, but I'm going to stick to my guns. I'm going to finish off this one, and I actually didn't even start using Modern Chic until April. I picked it up, I bought it at Walmart online, because I tried so hard to do vertical. This is my 2019 was my second year in the Happy Planner. The first year I did vertical, like the 3 boxes, and I tried to make it work and it just didn't work for me. I write too big. I didn't like the layout, just didn't work for my brain. But then Socialite came out and I was like, oh, a color block, maybe I'll try it again, since it's, it's vertical, but it's not technically the same. It'll separate my days, whatever. I tried so hard. I tried for the first few months of January, or of 2019, and I just couldn't do it. I just couldn't get it right. So in April, I switched over to the Modern Chic, which I really enjoyed. I'll show you how I was planning in it. Where's some of them? So I started doing this. I'll zoom you in a little bit. Okay, so I started doing it like this, where, kind of sectioning it off a little bit, and that was my son's birthday, so there was different sizing of things that I, put in my daily, I guess, spread or whatever. But as, the more and more I started doing, research on productivity and things like that, because that's what I do, it said to limit your, tasks to, 2 to 3 a day or something like that. 3 a day, I think it was. So I started limiting the amount of information or the amount of to-dos basically I had on a daily basis. Like, so this side is my hard landscape, which is from GTD, getting things done. Like, your calendar is only supposed to be your hard landscape, but I still liked having like my to-do list. So I sectioned it off where anything on this side was my hard landscape, like for sure had to happen that day, or an appointment. And then this stuff was, if I can get to it that day, that'd be great. Or within the week. Like, I even just kind of use this as a running to-do list for my week. So that's how I use the horizontal, which I'm liking. It works for me. So I'm going to stick with that. This, I'm not actually wasn't even using this cover. I was using this because that's what I had originally started with during the year. Ooh, that's loud. But I am going to use the Modern Chic cover. I'm going to retire all things socialite for my main planner. So I guess I can unzoom you so you can see what I'm doing. So I'm going to start doing the setup. Parts of this might end up being like sped up, just so you don't have to see me. Well, you'll see me, but you don't have to see me in real time taking discs off and things like that. So I will jump in and say things when I think they're needed, and if not, it'll be in sped up motion. Alright, so let's start this, and then I'll explain things as I go, as I feel necessary to. You can see I'm switching stuff over, and you can't really tell, but these are the metal discs and these are the plastic ones that came on Modern Chic, so I definitely want to keep the metal discs. So that's why I'm moving stuff over instead of just taking that one with the cover and all. I do want to leave in this yearly, just because of this. I really like, this is what actually attracted me to Socialite to begin with, was this calendar. I don't use it for actual planning. What I do is I go back through my months and put anything that is noteworthy, I guess, in this section, like doctor's appointments, if I need to remember when we had, you know, our last dental visit or whatever, you know, vacations, anything like that, I will put in here after the fact. So it's not really a planning thing, it's not a pre-planning thing, but it's just a way to kind of keep track of what has happened. Don't know how much of Modern Chic I'm going to keep and take out, depending on room. So I'm just going to leave that for now. I'll leave the extras in here for now as well, until I can figure out exactly what I want to keep and not keep. So I'm going to move, oh, I guess I can't move that out of the way yet. I need August, September, October. So I'm going to do to September, and I'll probably just do July through September, but we'll see. But we'll see how much room permits what I can shove in this thing. Because I don't want to switch to expander discs. I want to stay on classic if I can. I prefer the classic size discs for something like this. And I don't take my planner with me. I have a mini for anything that I need on the go. So this planner stays at home with me anyway, so I guess the big discs wouldn't be too much of a pain, but I do prefer the classic ones. Alright, so now I can move that out of the way. Alright, so next I have I have some sections that I have already labeled because watching me put stickers on things is a painful experience. Like, I can't get things on straight, I can't cut things straight. So I did this obviously off camera beforehand because I knew what sections I wanted. So these are my sections. I have home, then I have family, I have wellness, then I have social, and it says social, but it's for social media, which the only thing I really do on social media are occasional YouTube videos. So I'd like to be more consistent with YouTube, but I really don't know how people with children and jobs do that. Like, hats off to you, because I stink at the consistency with that because of that. Right now, one of my kids is at my husband's work, or where we actually both work, and one of them is taking a nap, and one of them I allowed to play, what is that called? Apex Legends for 30 minutes while I record, and that is it. So that's the only reason I even have any time right now. But I stopped saying what sections they were, sorry, I was babbling. Okay, so home, family, wellness, social media, GTD, which is Getting Things Done by David Allen, which I highly recommend that book. Even if you're not in business and all that stuff, like, I only work part-time, so it's not like, I'm a entrepreneur or CEO or anything, but even the little I have implemented has been very helpful. I would need to reread the book again. I've read it like twice, and I still need to reread it again and grasp more of the program, but it is really good. And then collections, which I'm going to use for, I guess, things that you would typically put in a bullet journal as far as collections, but I don't bullet journal because I'm not artsy like that. So those are my sections. What is going to go in each one. So this is for my home section. This is the home extension pack that came out, the newer one that came out. So this will go in my home section. However, I'm tweaking it a little bit because some of this stuff is not going to be applicable for me. So I will put these project sheets in, although I have something else I will be using this project section for, but I may end up using those, who knows, so just keep that in there if space permits, I guess. It'll start that way, we'll see what happens. Okay, so then there's budget. I'm not going to put these in, I'm not going to use these. I have a separate budget planner, but I am going to put the actual divider in, and then I will keep like one expense tracker or something in this section, just so that I have my expense tracker in one place, I guess, with my, actual planner. Alright, so the next section is meal planning. I'm also not going to put this in at all, not even the divider. It seems great and all, but I have my own system, which I'll show you in another video soon. So I'm not going to use these. I'm going to keep them just in case I want to use them in the future, but for right now I'm not gonna. So put that aside. And the last is chores. I am going to put my own stuff in this too, but I'm going to put these in here as well, just to see if I want to use them later. So that's chores. Alright, so that's my home section. Now, I don't know, since I didn't put that divider in there, there's a gap, and that would drive me absolutely bonkers. So what I did is I went through all of the dividers. Like, I hold on to, let me see if I can find that thingy quickly enough. If not, then we'll move on. Alright, so anyhow, I hold on to, oh, here it is, all of my dividers and covers. Okay, if you can hear that, it's like crazy lightning thunder outside. So if you can't hear that, then I just sound like a crazy person talking about nothing. But if you can, it's like shaking my windows like crazy. Anyhow, so I keep all of my covers and dividers from like all of my past planners, like didn't use all of these planners. It was when like Michael's had their grab bags and I went nuts and I bought like every single one I can get my hands on, except for like a couple that had like a whole bunch of bigs and I didn't want that many bigs. But so I have all of these and I use them for situations like this where not having that divider there would drive me nuts. So my son just came in because he has to use the bathroom. Scared the bejesus out of me. Anyhow, it's really awkward talking to like nobody and my kid walking in. Alright, so anyhow, I will use this divider. Obviously it has like the month stuff in the back, so I trimmed up some paper and then punched it. Oops. So I will glue this onto the back, but I don't have my glue runner near me, so, and I meant to, but that'll be for another time. But so yeah, so that's what that'll look like. I am very aware that the font is so much bigger than this font, but like it was either super small or that size. My little label maker, those were my options, so I went big. So that is this section. What next? Okay, so the next section is family. All right, what I'm putting in my family section for now, it'll have more than this later, but in this planner, all I use this for is I just put a note for the day kind of thing, and I don't obviously remember to do it every single day. I try to, but I'm not great at it. But this is like as good as it gets for journaling for me. I've tried journaling before. I tried journaling in a mini last year, and I just won't stick to it. So that is what's going to go in the family section for now. So I'll put this in family. How does that feel? Oh yeah, I accidentally did that. Close the door, Grayson. Grayson, close the door. Alright, sorry. Anyhow, so then in the wellness section, I made this. It's just a weight tracker. I am trying to gain weight desperately. And if you saw my planner lineup, you'll see that I was going to track calories and all this stuff in a mini, and I stink. I stink at tracking calories. Like, I just can't. Like, it's because, like, it's hard to track calories when you're, you know, making a meal for an entire family and you're not just, you know, making a meal for yourself, so you can't, like, weigh and measure and all this stuff. It's like a casserole, and I don't know how many calories is in the entire thing because I don't always go by recipes, and I don't know how much of it I ate versus how much of it my husband ate, so it's really hard. So what I'm going to do is just literally just track what I ate, not necessarily the calories. If I can figure out the calories, or if it's some kind of pre-made something or other, will put the calories in, but it's not going to be that important to me. I also will probably not be monitoring my steps because I have like the little pedometer. Like, I don't have a Fitbit or anything like that because I don't like them. First of all, my wrist, like, have you seen my wrist? It's ridiculous. Like, I'd have to buy like the child size, and you can't try on the bands at the stores, so I don't know if they would fit. So I just don't do it. Plus, I don't like the whole, this is gonna sound kooky, but like the, you know, having that like EMF type thing with Wi-Fi on my wrist. I know it sounds ridiculous, but that is me. So I technically have heard that can flare up MS. So there is a little bit of actual like research, I guess, in my craziness. So anyhow, but I will be tracking water, what I eat, sleeping, my weight per week, but I'm only going to put on here my weight per month. Obviously, most of this year is done already, but I didn't want to just have this floating down here. So that is what this section is, and I may add stuff as we go. I still want to really try and get into self-care, but I don't know, I'm not really good at that kind of stuff, so I still want to try. But for now, that's all that's in this section. The next section is social media. And what I have figured out doing for myself is, like these are the, obviously, not obviously, like if you don't have the Socialite, you don't know that this is from the Socialite planner. And since I'm not using it anymore, oh, I didn't move the section thingy over yet. Since I'm not using it anymore, I'm repurposing it a little bit. And so what I'm doing is I'm just using the monthly part as my content calendar, which I've not written anything on. Like I said, I haven't done anything to this in planner wise, just because it needed to be perfect and it never will be. So anyhow, so this will be my content calendar, and what I'll do is have I have all these like little post-its, like they're 2" by 1" and I cut them in half. And what I'll do is have a post-it for the day I want a video, like so I'll put the video name and I'll put it on the day that I want to record, and then a different color for editing, and then I will put that on the day I want to edit, and then I have other colors, then I'll put another one for the day it actually uploads. And then I have little stickers I made over here. I don't know if you can see them. Alright, so that's a little better. It says subscribers and watch time, so this one will be for the beginning of the month, and that will be for like halfway through the month, like the 15-ish-ness, to just have a record of my subscriber and watch time. So, and then this page will be the only page that continues, like carries over from the Socialite planner, like not every day on the weekly. Wrong way. So I just white out the days, put some washi over it, and these stickers. So that says video, subscribers, watch time. This says overall, planning, budget, home, AIP, and miscellaneous. This will be the different categories of videos that I want to make. So if I have like 3 planning videos that, you know, month, I guess, or whatever, I'll write it there. 2 budgeting videos, so on and so forth, and then the number of subscribers that come from this type or this category of video for this month, and same thing with watch time, and this overall will obviously be the overall. And then I have for my actual, like each video thing, I made these inserts, so it just, you know, I'll just put like the name of the video and maybe a little bit of information regarding what it's about, and then record, edit, upload, comment, Facebook, and then I have an extra space for whatever I can write in, and then I just check them off as I go. Then right here I just have 1 day views / watch time, 7 day views / watch time, and 7 day new subscriber. So kind of just seeing what kind of like watch time I guess for each type of video. So that will be how I do my social media. I have August, but I haven't like done that yet, but just have it in here so that when August starts, which is in a few days, I will be ready to make those changes. Alright, GTD. This is going to be a section with all the dividers in it. So I made these little dividers. I like them because they're thinner so they don't take up so much space, and then I just put these labels on them. And so I have notes / Minesweep, which is just basically brain dump stuff. I just don't like the term brain dump, so I put Minesweep. The next one is next actions, then agendas, waiting on, projects, someday maybe, and then I have master to-do list. And really you're not supposed to have like a master to-do list within the GTD system because everything's supposed to go into either projects or next actions, but I had an extra space and I wanted to, so I did. Next section is collections. I only have one divider for it so far because that's the only thing I can think of right now, is gift lists. So I will put that in there and I'll add to this section as necessary. Okay, so other stuff I have. Okay, so this is going to go in my chores section. So I said I was going to leave this in here, but in reality this is going to be based on the Fly Lady system. So I've got, you know, my routines here, my weekly tasks that she's got, and then zones. And I don't have all my zones yet because I'm literally breaking them down, like really, really, really breaking it down for how my house is. So like zone 2 is kitchen, but I am writing everything that needs to be done in my kitchen, like how my kitchen is set up and everything. So I have like zone 2, zone 3 and 4 or something. So I still need to do these for some of the zones, but I'm gonna put this in here. I'll put this stuff in here. And I probably will eventually have dividers as well, these like little thin clear ones that I have for each zone, so I can just go to the zone immediately. Next thing I have is my expense tracker that I said I would stick in the budget section. And this information I'll just carry over to my actual budget planner when the time comes. Alright, now I have these from, oh actually, you know what, before I do that, I'm gonna whip out this planner, this, which I absolutely love, this monthly planner. I love this, I love the like blush, rose gold type discs, whatever these call. This is my like minimizing slash cleaning, not cleaning, but organizing, I guess, declutter type planner and home project planner. And so what I did, like, so in July, my big thing to tackle was my son's room. My family went on a week-long vacation to the Keys. I did not go. So I took the opportunity to use that to, like, deep clean my son's room and declutter and get rid of stuff. Because you can't do that when your kids are around. Like, my kid, he's 8. So anytime you take anything out, if they see it, all of a sudden, like, even if they haven't played with it for years, it's their most favorite thing in the whole wide world, so you can't get rid of it. So I did that while he was gone, put the stuff in the garage, and the next week I scheduled Salvation Army to come pick up like 3 boxes of stuff. And he has not noticed anything missing. He doesn't miss anything that I took out because he doesn't know that they even existed to begin with. He does not remember them. So that is what I did the week that they were gone. But anyhow, so that's like my little project planner type thing. So it was decluttering mostly, but we do want to like paint his room, so we're going to use this section to like put like paint swabs and things like that. So even though this is in a section for July, and technically I did do it in July, it doesn't, I'm not like required to do just one project a month or whatever, or if that takes longer. For instance, like the painting, I'm not going to paint yet because we're getting our windows replaced, and there's no point in painting and then have them like tear up the windows and make, you know, make a mess of the entire thing, and then we have to repaint it anyway. So like painting is going to wait till after the windows are done and so on. But what I'm going to do is my next, you know, project basically is my master bathroom. So I'm going to take this part, I'm going to leave this in here because I don't want nor need the monthlies for this. So I'm going to take this part and stick it in that project section of my home, the home extension pack. And then, so that will be here. Oh no, it's not. It's here. Alright, so I'm going to put this in here. So this will be my project section. So if you haven't seen the monthly layout, it's got these right here, which I think is perfect for this kind of use, I guess. So I can just put like everything that I need to do in the master bath or that I want to get done, and then check it off as I go. And then right here I can put anything, you know, any ideas. If we want to paint it, I can put the paint information, stuff like that. So that's going to be what I'm going to do for the project section. So every, you know, when I'm done with this one, I'm going to move, you know, another project in. I want to do like my entire house in the next, like, I don't know, year, 2 years, whatever. I don't know. I want my house to be just like a calming oasis for myself, and right now it's not. So that is what I will do in that section. Next. Alright, I don't know where that cut out, but my camera cut off because I was talking too long. So these also came from that monthly planner. I'm going to put it in these different sections that it makes sense to put them in. So not on social media. So GTD and collections will probably be the most one. Not necessarily in notes and Minesweep, because that's going to be made basically like line paper, which I do have. So I have some line paper and graph paper. So I'm going to stick some line paper in here, because that's like a Minesweep type section. So it's just kind of purging your brain of stuff. And I also have some guided Minesweep type, or I guess weekly review sheets from David Allen's website, the GTD website, and I need a printout in the correct size so I can stick it in here too. So next actions are like the to-dos. So I'm going to stick some of these in there. Alright, agendas. I can also stick a couple of these in there. Next is waiting on. I'll definitely have this kind in there as well. Waiting on. I don't know how many of these pages I have, but projects. It's also so hard to grab these. Projects. Someday maybe. Alright, so then, did I put that in there? Yeah. Master to-do list, I'll stick one of these in there, and then gift list, I'll stick one of those in there too. And then gift list is in collections. And I'll stick this in there. A couple of these. Let's see. Don't know where else I need this paper, so I'm just gonna hold on to it for the moment. And then the last thing I'm gonna put in is a pocket. And I just made this from one of these bad boys from Target. Since it's back to school time, everything's cheap. I just cut it. Corner rounded it, punched it, but I did not use the Happy Planner punched. I used these Office Depot tool punch, because the Happy Planner punch I don't think would have been too happy doing that. So I'm going to stick that, I think maybe with 4 extras. I don't know, I don't even know if the extras is staying, so stick that in here. So I have just a little pocket. I have this little ruler from, this one's the arc. It's an arc ruler. I put this on the day that I'm on, or the week I'm on, I guess, which is here. So just stick that in here so I can get to it quickly. And then the last thing I'm going to put in is a habit tracker. I don't like how big this one is. This is the one for the classic, but I just think it looks too big to me, and it takes up too much room. So I picked up the mini ones, and I think this is what I'm going to do. And then just put one of these in for the month. Good Lord. And that will just kind of move from week to week. So that is my basic setup. Oh, I did want to mention what I was going to put in here. So in the maintenance section, what I'm going to put, which I don't have anything right now to put, I need to do some printouts and figure out what I want to put in here, is like my maintenance for my house and car and things like that. Things that I need to maintain and do, you know, things on a monthly or bi-monthly basis, or something like change the air filters and things like that. So I want to put that in this section, but I don't have any of that printed out yet. So I think that's everything. Not that this video was, you know, too short or anything. I'm sure it was long enough. So yeah, that is what my planner is going to be like for hopefully the rest of this year. I'm sure there will be some tweaks here and there. I think I am going to make a quick video on just how I plan, I guess. Things like that. But yeah, that's about it. Alright, if you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them down below. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing. But yeah, are you Frankenplanning this year? I tried the Transformer planner thing for like a week and I didn't like it. I like the concept of it, but I don't like how the covers hang out. It took up too much room. Like I want to stay on classic, ooh, sorry, that was loud. I want to stay on classic discs, and I mean, this is pretty full as it is, and I don't even have my extra paper in there, which, you know, I will probably shove in there and take some other stuff out. But yeah, that's my current setup. I will talk to you later. Bye.